Shark Tank is known for turning businesses into successful investment ventures, so naturally, there are individuals who thought that they could come in and use shady techniques to take advantage of all that money flowing in the show. Welcome to Reality Drama, and today we want to talk about the 10 times the Shark Tank got scammed. If you like the video, please don't be afraid to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content like this. Number 1. Rent a Toy fell through. According to the entrepreneur selling the pitch, Toy Guru was an exciting twist on the rental phenomenon, calling itself the Netflix of toys. People would sign up for a toy box subscription and pick how many toys they wanted to rent. Once a toy was returned, they would send a new toy from the subscribers list, giving kids a constant stream of new toys every so often. Mark and Kevin went in with a $200,000 deal. Sadly, after a year, the company went bankrupt due to inventory and logistics costs. The free shipping was too costly, and they couldn't get enough toys around the country fast enough. That's $200,000 Mark and Kevin will never get back.
That's going to cover a year of toys.
Okay, Nikki, I've heard enough.
Number 2. Plus-size fashion but no show. Gayla Bentley pitched her fashion line, which is exclusively for women over size 12. Barbara and Daymond loved the idea of clothing line for plus-size women and invested $250,000. Even until today, neither investors have heard back from Gayla, and no profit has been heard of whatsoever. Although her business seems to still be alive in retail stores, it's clear she didn't deliver the big-time brand she promised. On a radio show, Daymond went to confess that Gayla Bentley's fashion was one of the worst deals he ever made.
Oh my god, fantastic!
Number 3. Admit it's a scam and I'll invest. A businessman came onto the show promoting ESO Watch, which he claims are infused with negative ions that work against positive ions and brings balance to the body. He was asking for $35,000 for 20% stake in the company. Lori went on to test it out and even admit that it kind of worked. Mark Cuban quickly wrote it off as a joke and that it's all placebo effect. After the Sharks had their fill of bullying the businessman, Kevin O'Leary went as far to challenge him and then have him admit that if it's a scam, he will invest in it. No deals were made that day, but even here in Reality Drama, we smelled the scam all the way.
Are you allergic to positive, negative ion stuff?
No, I'm allergic to scams.
Number 4. Night Runner lost in the night. Night Runner 2070 was a strong product pitch to the Sharks, which were rechargeable LED lights strapped onto your shoes. Robert loved the product so much that he offered $250,000 for 15% of their company. However, after the show aired, the entrepreneurs received hundreds of offers worldwide, which means they didn't need the investment from Robert. This means that the owners of Night Runner 2070 simply used the show as a springboard to expose their product and left Robert's investment in the dark when they got a better deal elsewhere.
So then, Robert, I accept your offer at $250,000. Wow.
Number 5. Breathometer took their breath away. A very innovative product during its time, the breathometer was a device you attach to your phone and upon blowing into it measures your alcohol level via an app on your smartphone. All 5 Sharks invested $1 million into the product. The first few years saw the product skyrocket, making $30 million in sales, but later on, Breathometer was charged with fraud for not showing the correct alcohol level on their app after blowing into the device. The company settled these claims but had to give refunds to people who used them. This saw the product fall out of the shelves so quickly that none of the Sharks ever got their money back.
Within a matter of seconds, you'll be able to know what your breath alcohol level is. And better yet, it can even tell you how long it'll take to sober up.
If you're liking the video so far, why not hit that like button and help us out, and don't forget to subscribe. Lastly, leave a comment down below and tell us what is your favorite scam on this episode. Number 6. Body Jack Not So Jacked. The Body Jack is a workout machine that claims to help you do push-ups. The problem was that the entrepreneur selling the product was very unfit. The Sharks would invest $180,000 into the business if the entrepreneur himself promises to lose 30 pounds using the product. Eventually, he did keep his promise, shedding 30 pounds and got the deal. However, not much success was to be had after the deal was made. No one knows actually what went wrong, but Barbara, who was one of the investors, said that it was one of the worst deals she ever made. We'll never find out what really happened, but surely that's $180,000 down the drain.
Eat your heart out. Look at him now. I'm going to be laughing all the way to the bank.
Number 7. No wins for wine. Coppa di Vino is a unique product that offers customers a single-serve wine in a splash-free container. Asking for $600,000 with 20% equity in his company, the Sharks countered with the same amount of money for the majority of 51%. Even though many offers were made by the Sharks, he just kept denying counteroffer after counteroffer until it was clear that the entrepreneur was simply using the show to promote his product. Talk about scamming on the spot.
Why are we even in the wine business? Why aren't we licensing this to all the wineries? Why aren't we going to Mondavi and everybody else?
Number 8. Bottle caps at the bottom. M3 Girl design was pitched as accessories that incorporated bottle caps. The entrepreneurs managed to convince the Sharks to invest in $300,000 for 30% equity in the business. Unfortunately, after some initial success, the company was continuously caught in one lawsuit after the other because they did not have any trademarks or patent rights. They lost their cases and eventually tanked, but hey, they still walked away with $300,000.
Well, over the past 5 years, we've hit over $5 million.
Whoa!
Number 9. Barbecue business failed just because of the sauce. Back 9 Barbecue started becoming a well-known company for selling their Back 9 barbecue dips. The dips were so good during their business pitch that two Sharks gave them a deal of $150,000 for 25%. After the show, the dips took off selling in every supermarket. Sadly, after a year, Back 9 dip had to be recalled by the United States Department of Agriculture for containing anchovies that were not labeled into the product. Over 100,000 pounds of dips were recalled, and eventually they went out of business.
You throw chicken in a blender. I'm visualizing sticking that chicken into the blender.
Number 10. Hillbilly beating the system. Hillbilly is a clothing line popular for its cowboys and country-style fashion. The entrepreneurs pitched their business to the Sharks, asking $50,000 for 25% in the company. The Sharks were interested in the business, but the owners were just going back and forth and clearly stalling. In the end, it turned out that the business owners only used Shark Tank to promote their clothing line and was never really seeking a partnership in the first place.
There's a lot of pressure, but once we got in there and had at it, and we knew the Sharks were going to be tough, but, once we started talking, it was pretty cool.
Oh, and that's all the time we have. If you like the video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Comment down below what your favorite scam was on this episode. For more awesome content like this, click on the videos on the screen. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you all again soon.